You will come through. No, I won't be afraid. Okay, hey, so yes, I am here to see if anyone is interested on the channel to get a free reading. Yes, no question reading intended for subscribers. Okay. We got the victory. No weapon. Okay, so yeah, these yes no questions are intended for subscribers. I like to add the disclaimer that so that I don't blindside somebody. If I put a subscriber mode, it will be for 30 days or longer. There's no subscriber mode now. The readings are for subscribers. I appreciate the opportunity to practice. I'm just practicing. The question must be framed in a yes or no format. To the best of my ability, I work for the question that came first. That's framed properly so I can work on it with the yes or no. And I intentionally don't say names over the mic to add a layer of privacy on the playback for those who care about stuff like that. And let's see. But it's possible somebody might not come through. That's like odd how that happens. How people seem to come through when I'm not focused on that type of content. Then they'll come through and drop those questions. But then when I put up a live stream that's dedicated to it, people might not come. But that's okay. Oh, here goes a question. Hey there. I was just about to do something. But great. I would like to work on your question. But I need it to be a yes or no question. Let's see. Oh, I gotta adjust the camera. I need a yes or no question also. The first yes or no question. Hello. The first question that's framed with yes or no was the one that I can work on. Hi, chat. Thank you for hitting the like button on the video. It's the first question that's framed with a yes or no. That's the one that I can work on. And if it's not framed that way, then I think there's probably going to be a communication barrier. I'm practicing also, so I want to do the best I can to make sure there's no communication barrier, because then that would interfere with probably translating and communicating the reading. So I also don't want to read for somebody that's not in the room, and I don't say names over the mic. So the person who's in the room and the person who's attentive and the person who's, understands how to put the question in a yes or no format will be the first question I can actually work on. And then also be careful not to spam the chat, because if you spam it, then I'll delete those comments so I can see. Because the spam prevents me from being able to see clear the next question. So see, I gotta delete that. So I pinned the question I'm working on in the chat. So please let me know if you're here. If you don't respond to let me know that you're here, I will go to the next reading request. Okay, thank you for letting me know that you're here. The answer to that question is no. That person is just that person was just being nice. And at the thought of it being more than that, it makes that person nervous and kind of get basically colder, because they were just being nice. So the question was asking about an admirer. Uh, if you have a secret admirer. So here's the potential person of interest. Here's the admiration in the challenging position. So that's a no. And then here's them walking away, disconnecting emotionally and walking away. So that's a no. Here's them being kind in the past. This is just a kindness. This is like a This is totally innocent kindness. So okay, I've pinned the next question that I'm going to work on in the chat. Please let me know if your comment is pinned to the chat, if you're still here. If the person who commented for the question that's pinned, if you're not going to respond that you're here, I'm going to move to the next question that is framed in a yes or no format. Are you here? Thank you. Hi, chat. Thank you for your support on the video. Thank you for interacting with me. I appreciate your support on the channel. Thank you for helping us grow. OG subscribers, thank you for making it possible for this place to exist. New subscribers, thank you for helping us expand and grow. I appreciate your support. So, okay. We're going to work on that question. Okay, now about that question asking if your person loves you. It's a subjective question. Actually, on the channel, I'm real careful about answering those type of questions if somebody truly loves you, because it's very much subjective. Some questions that are like that, I'm not even able to look to give you an answer, but I do like to look. I usually like to look, but I'll preface it with everything that I'm saying, so that as the cards lay out, if I can't see anything, I'll at least I let you know ahead of time, okay? Because it's subjective. This is something that you decide. It's something that mutually between the both of you, and I personally honor free will. And also I do temporary energy readings, energy changes all the time. All right, so with that being stated, let's take a look and see what we can see, if anything at all. Ace of Swords, clarifying the position in the third placement. That it's a multitude of card combinations. The Hermit, Eight of Swords, the Tower, Ten of Swords, which is the card on the top of these multiple card combinations. Knight of Swords, the Justice, Wheel of Fortune. So Seven of Swords, the Sun. All right, so that's enough data for me. Nine of Swords, Two of Fire, but it's not closing it out. So there's a lot of information there. Magician, Seven of Swords again. So I'm going to manually close it out because I've seen enough to answer the yes or no. And I'm always glad when I preface, I hate it. Oh, not the hate word. I don't want to use that hate word. Trigger warning. I don't mean that. I don't hate anything. I dislike it when I don't preface these type of readings with a disclaimer about the subjectivity and, you know, how I honor free will and I don't want to speak over anyone's connection. I appreciate the opportunity to read for you. Personally, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing, I would say that it's a no, because the Ten of Pentacles is in the challenging position right here with the Hangman. So again, about the subjectivity and free will, this is in a challenge. This is in a challenging position. It is in a challenging position. So it almost makes me not want to say yes or no, because the potential is here. The Hangman with the Ten of Pentacles and the challenging position, and the Eight of Pentacles and my outcome in the 10th position, and the Seven of Pentacles in the past is consideration. There's Moon and there's Seven of Cups. It's not a strong yes, it's not a strong no, but it leans more towards your subjectivity, because you know what I mean? Like basically when you see so much emotion on the table, and you could see that there's care. Definitely couldn't say your person doesn't care about you or you don't care about them, because that would absolutely not be true. Clearly you care about each other. So what does love mean to you? What does love mean to your person? However, it does appear that there's dissonance in the connection at the moment. There's certain unknowns about the connection. You know, it's ups and downs, you know. So there's definitely uncertainty there. So that's why I want to explain it and at least do the work for you, because you asked about it, and I appreciate you waiting, and I appreciate your support on the channel and the opportunity to read for you. It's what it looks like to me. So it's not technically, I said no because there would be a yes or a no question, you know. But honestly, just like I said in the disclaimer, there's not a hard yes and there's not a hard no. Thank you again. So I'm going to look for the next reading request and pin it to the chat in just a moment. I do my best to look and do the first come, first serve. It makes it easy to do that, because whoever's not here, I don't want to read for somebody who's not here, you know? So it helps kind of filter things out. If anybody's paying attention and they know that they're next and you're here, you can also let me know I'm next, you know, let me know that you're next, and you can repost your question. That helps speed things up. That's why I don't like spamming in the chat too, because that makes it difficult to find. Let's see. So I found the question that I'm reading on finally. So I'm scrolling down to look for the next one. And let's see, should I, and I'm kind of cryptic on the mic for privacy. Okay, so here's a question that says, and I'm going to go ahead and pin this one to the chat to work on now. Oh, I'm trying to pin it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Is this it? All right, so I just pinned it, right? Okay, cool. So now if the question that I've pinned, if you're still here, please let me know that you're still here. And then the question that I've pinned, if that person is not still here, if there's no response, I'll be looking for the next question to work on in just a moment. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you're still here. Should you move on or should you wait? Let's take a look. Again, that is another subjective question. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so it's a subjective question again, one that's totally within your free will, especially because it has to do with you and another person, and we can only control ourselves. And so you definitely are the one in the driver's seat that needs to make this decision. So thank you for the opportunity to read for you. I'll tell you what I see, and from my opinion, actually, I don't even have an opinion, so I have to totally rely on your discretion, right? So what I do see is that it looks like your person has. So let's see. Let's start at this place. This is a short-term energy reading. Energy changes all the time. Even a thought could change the trajectory and the way energy is moving. So at the moment, the trajectory suggests that your person is going to approach you and come towards you. It looks like when you least expect it. Like it looks like as soon as you start to kind of zone out and focus on other things and feel better and kind of start forgetting about them, that's when they reappear. Like right when you're just about to kind of start moving on, it looks like right around that area, that's when they'll reappear. So, I feel like personally, like, that's kind of destabilizing. That's not the type of connections that I like to wait for because I'm old and my experience, unfortunately, I had to learn the hard way is that wastes a lot of my time and it exhibits loyalty within myself. Like I'm a very loyal person and I've come to realize that people don't deserve that type of loyalty. I owe it to myself first. I should have been loyal to myself first to free myself and to allow somebody who's going to really honor my time and that's going to be more forthcoming about how they feel about me. You know what I mean? Not somebody who has one foot in and one foot out. This is the type of energy too that suggests when they do reappear, and like I said, it's right as you start healing and start to feel better about everything, that's when they come towards you, and they come towards you with one foot in and one foot out. So it's not even like serious all the way. It's still very finicky. And the Wheel of Fortune is in the heart of heart area. So it feels like there's a high potential for that type of energy and that type of approach, and how you feel about this person and what you guys have gone through or whatever, to knock you off your square and to disorientate you all again, and to kind of put you back in this Five of Sword energy, which is it's a definitely mental. It's uncomfortable to be at the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords and the uncertainty. You know what I mean? That's that you can see how you could be wasting your time, exhausting your energy, hurting yourself. This is the type of connections and that we wait for, and we actually break our own heart without even realizing it. We have to sometimes wisdom and experiences teach us how to take accountability and realize, you know what? I hurt myself. My heart is broken, but I did it to myself. So, personally, with everything that I said, but I've biased it with my own. So it's up to you about what you want to do. But this is what I see. It looks like you're more serious in the connection than they are when they come towards you. I could be wrong, but that's what I have for now. Thank you for the opportunity to read for you. Okay. And at the moment, it looks like there's only potentially maybe 2 or 3 people here. So, yeah, thank you for the opportunity to read for you, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your confirmations and affirmations. Whoever is still here that posted next, let me know that you're still here. Let's see. Thank you for your support on the video and on the channel and interacting with me in the chat. I've pinned the next question. Okay, sweet. I see that you're here. Thanks for letting me know that you're here. And you're very welcome. It's been my pleasure. Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity to read for you. Are you still here? I don't want to deliver the reading to an empty room. While I see if you're still here, I'll look for the next question. Let's see if you're still here. Let's see. I think, well, hold on. You might be the last one who commented, so I can tell you're still here. No, no, can't see it. Thank you. I see there's a new subscriber. Thank you for those of you who have recently subscribed. Looks like my camera is stuck. Making it difficult to see. There we go. Okay, I got unstuck. Ah, no, it's hard to scroll. Okay, there we go. So it says like. Hold on, let me see. What's the next question? Here we go. The next question would be. Thank you for your prayers. It looks like the question I have up is not in the room yet. Is that true? I just worked, see, I just worked on this reading and then they're not here. Oh, see, that's why I don't like to do it like that. I did all the work and then they're not here. Are you still here? I got your question pinned up to the chat. Are you still here? See, and I don't want to do the work twice. All right. Well, I gotta move to the next one. Oh, yeah. Thanks for letting me know that you're here, but the question I just worked on doesn't look to be here. All right. Are you? Yeah, thanks for letting me know that you're here, but it looks like the question I got pinned to the chat is not still here. Is that true? Wow. Oh, sometimes it happens. There's a bad internet connection or something. Darn. Well, I gotta go move on. So let me find the next question then. I gotta look for the next question. Is anybody here that knows that you're next in line to the one I got pinned? Let's see. It's okay. I like doing the readings anyways, but I don't want to read it to an empty room. So let's see what the next question is. I'm gonna pin the next question and see if you're still here. If you can already see the question I have pinned and you see yours right below that one, I'm moving to your question. Right here. Yeah, all right. So are you still here? It kind of seems like you're not still here either, because I asked a lot of times if you're still here, if you would say something, but nobody did. So let's move to the next question. Let's see. Hmm. So it seems like it's going to be. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a question here. This is the next one I see. Are you still here? Hmm. Looking to see. Almost looks like this question is not still here, because if you're still here, I think you would know that you're next in line. Anyways, for future references, guys, because if you're not aware now, pay attention to where your question is so that you could kind of have an idea moving to you next and you could be ready, because I'm going to check and see if you're still here, but if you're not, I'm going to move to the next reading, So that way it helps it easier to work on the first come, first serve, because a lot of people don't stay. Hey, Sweetie Pie, thank you for your prayers. Appreciate you so much. I intentionally don't name names over the mic to add some privacy. And let's see. So I'm looking for the next reading request here. And also it helps to make sure that there's not a language barrier. And also helps to make sure that you're still here because you're paying attention. So let's see what goes on. Next reading request. I see you said hi, but that was a while back. Let's just go down here, see if you're still here. Oh, there. Nope, nope, that's not the right one. Hold on. Thanks for letting me know you're here. All right, guys, I'm gonna go up here. Oh, we'll find it. We'll get in line. Let's see. Next question. There we go. The next question here is right here. Are you still here? Okay, great. All right. Thank you, chat, for your affirmations and greetings. Thank you for letting me know that you're still here. Okay, so I'm just starting to work on your reading, okay? Because the reading I have on the table, I already worked on it, but they're not here to receive it. So I got to move into our next reading request, which is pinned to the chat. So please stay tuned. When I'm finished clearing the table, I'm going to ask you again if you're still here, just in case. Because I like pulling the cards. I like looking for myself. It's a good practice, regardless if you're here or not. But I don't want to deliver it to an empty room, because that's not a good energy exchange. So I'll be right back in just a moment. And there's a high likelihood I'm not going to remember your reading, so I won't be able to give it later. Okay, so I'm coming back to see if you're still here. I know some people leave because of importance. Maybe there's a bad internet connection. I understand. But what can I do? There's a line. I gotta keep going. Okay, so it shows that your person or whoever the person of interest is tries not to. They try not to, but it's hard. They're working on not thinking about it, the person, but it's really hard. Okay, it looks like give it some time, and they won't, because they're working on not. But at the moment, it looks like due to events that have taken place, it's hard not to. Okay, I'm looking for the next reading request. Okay, so thank you for those of you who have subscribed. Thank you for those of you who have been subscribed. Thank you for interacting with me in the chat. Thank you for hitting the like button. I've pinned the next question that's in line. If you're still here, please let me know. I'm going to prepare my reading table to go into my next reading, and I'll be back to see if you've let me know you're still here. Okay, good. So I see that you've let me know that you're here. Thank you so much. I'll be right back to double check and make sure that you're still here in just a moment. Okay, are you still here? Okay, thank you for letting me know that you're still here. Okay, so your question, are you still here? Let's see. And then if you guys will look, if you're still here, okay, I see you're still here. Great. If you guys look in the chat and see the question, thanks for letting me know you're still here. See the question that's pinned. If you're next, please get ready. I'll be moving to your reading next, okay? All right, so but for this reading here, it's not a question of, well, the question is if there will be anyone coming in your love life. So yeah, you have options. See, you have options. So the question is not whether or not you'll have love coming into your life, but the issue, the concern is choosing from your options which love potential resonates best with you. It looks like there will be options and you'll be going through your options. And here at the end of the day, I see you disconnecting and walking away. But here's love coming towards you. See, options. Here's the Lover's card. Here's working on, your connections. Here's also the Three of Fire, which is, a magnetic attraction card moving towards the Lovers moving towards you. So, of course, this spread is designed to answer your question. And the answer is yes. The concern is picking one of these lovers that are best for you. So now that you know that love is coming into your life, it feels like, yeah, just it's about picking one. And I got a confirmation that you'll have some good selections, but some of the good selections coming towards you, again, yeah, it just seems to kind of be an issue of recognizing the good connections that come to you and being able to receive them. Recognize the connections that are coming to you that you're not interested in. And that's kind of like for all of us that have options in our dating. It's about finding the right one and resonating with the right one. But the answer to your question is yes. Okay, so now I'm looking for our next question in the chat. And let's see if you're still here. You're welcome. Thank you for the prayers. Okay, I've just pinned a question to the chat. If you're still here, please let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare to get into the next reading. I will prepare to get into the next reading, and then I'll check and see if you're still here, and if not, I'll move to the next reading request. So if you're next, please get ready and let me know if you're still here. Okay, are you still here? Okay, so it looks like they're not still here. Let me see who is next. Hmm. There's some spamming in the chat. Thank you for your prayers. I might have I've gone through a lot of the list because it's a lot of spamming and it's not, the spamming is the one that's spammed. The question that's spammed a lot is not even in a yes or no format. So, okay. So here's the next question. I've pinned it. All right. And that's the next question that I'm moving to. All right. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your support on the channel. And I think I have indication that you're still here. Please let me know that you're still here. I'm working on your reading because I believe that you are. I think I've seen you put some hearts up. Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know that you're still here. Okay, so the answer to your question is yes. You can see here the Six of Swords in my outcome position. Moving from a toxic situation into a better situation, that's a yes. And standing on your square, the position of leverage, that's a yes. The Empress, the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, that's a yes. So the Magician over the Seven of Cups, so that's a yes. So yes, the Ace of Swords around the Eight of Cups in the fifth position, yes. So yes, you have a yes. And even this challenging right here with the Ace of Fire and the High Priestess, that's a yes, I feel, because of everything that was a strong yes here. It's just the question that you're asking after getting the confirmations. You'll be receiving your yes even in that challenge position. So yes. Thank you for the opportunity to read for you. I'll be moving to the next reading request. If you're still here, let me know. Amen. God is good all the time, and all the time He is good. Amen. Okay, awesome. So again, thank you so much. That was a beautiful reading. I enjoyed doing it. I've pinned the next question to the chat. If you're still here, please let me know. And I have skipped any questions that weren't formatted in a yes or no context. If you're still here, please let me know. Yeah, the spamming doesn't help very much. All right, so thank you so much, everybody, for the opportunity to read for you. I am going to start working on that reading, and if they're not still here when I come back, then I'll be moving to the next one. I'm going to work on it because, like I said, I like to read, so it's an interesting question. I want to see what it looks like. But if they're not here to receive it, then I'll move to the next one. Dear Holy Spirit, please confirm again a yes or no for the specific. Okay. So, yes, thank you for the opportunity to read for you. For this question right here, it looks like a no. It looks like a no. Um, so it was a little tough to read for exactly because it almost looks like there could be a potential yes, but the person might come in late, or it still kind of looked like an if. It almost seems like, oh, it reminds me of the disclaimer that I do short-term readings because energy could change all the time. Even a thought could change the trajectory and the way energy is moving. So right now, it looks like there's a higher likelihood to know, but it looks like for some reason, I don't know what it is. There could be a possible like late arrival, or there's some trouble getting there, something. It looks very iffy, but the highest probability looks like a no. So for an example, it almost looks like if you followed up with the person, if you did something like to confirm and make sure, that's when I started to see like it could look iffy, and then even then it looked like they could be late or something. So it was looking very much sketchy as far as that. And to give some context about it, okay, so here that like there's some serious things going on. Oh, hold on guys. Uh-oh. Okay. It looked like my battery is really low. So here, to give you some context about the seriousness, like this person doesn't look like they're necessarily flaking out on you or anything like that. Here is the Ten of Swords. So they're dealing with something. They're dealing with something. And then here is like, it looks like, you waiting for them patiently, but they're still, their energy in the fire. You could see their energy looks weathered based on what they're going through. So there's something that they're going through. Looks weathered. Looks like you're waiting for them patiently, professionally. They're struggling with that part. And then over here, here's some major arcanas that also looks like patiently waiting, but then here's a struggle. The 14 major arcana, the 13 major arcana. Here's patiently waiting, and here's the hangman. So there's definitely a patiently waiting. And then there's like this energy that could possibly, but like I said, the potential is very diminished. And then at the end of the day, the Eight of Cups was kind of questionable, because I'm like, okay, the Eight of Cups, there's the emotional detaching, walking away. And then it was like, this is like, okay, but did the work get done? Did the appointment happen or not? It was still kind of iffy. And that's when I had seen the if, as I started to clarify it. There looked again to be a high likelihood of a no. And then I seen like it looked like either other clients came, and then I potentially saw their energy show up late, it looked like. And even it was Seven of Swordsy type of, it was curious looking type of late that they showed up. And then I seen it looked like you had other appointments going on that went okay. And then later it was like the Five of Fire, so there was some sort of block. So very much in the air, very much iffy. No, it looked like. So then I was like, okay, because then the Holy Spirit closed me out where, as far as that storyline came to a close. And then I said, okay, please isolate, like please confirm if it's a yes or no. And I think I got the Three of Swords, but there was a hard no. So you see. So anyway, energy changes all the time. Like I said, I like to leave room for miracles, intercessions, some prayers, some adjustments or whatever. So it almost looks like, because of what they may be dealing with, over here the Ten of Swords, and then over here the weathered, energy of them trying to come, it looks like. Over here too, I'm not sure if this is a previous client, but it almost looks like they might have been somebody that you've worked with before. So it almost seems like there might be some familiarity between the two of you. And I don't know the context of the familiarity, because as you've seen, I didn't really clarify that energy over there. But it almost looks like, yeah, if you like followed up with them, maybe, made preparations for yourself to realize they might show up late, even if it's unexpected. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I already knew, kind of had an idea that, anyways, dot dot dot. I don't want to, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. So thank you for the opportunity to read for you, and we'll be looking for the next reading request here in just a moment. All right, so I don't know if you can hear me, but it looks like I've gone through all the reading requests that I had available to do. The ones that I did not work on, they were not formatted in a yes or no format. It was not, the question was not asked, and the question was not presented in a yes or no. So I was not able to work on it. So those are the readings that I didn't do. Other than that, it looks like I've read all the questions that were on the board. And thank you for the prayers and the scriptures provided for the subscribers that put them up. I really appreciate that. You know who you are if you're still in the chat. Thank you for the scriptures. Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it. Thank you for the reading requests. Thank you for your support on the channel. Thank you everybody for your support on the channel and on the video. Thank you for helping the channel grow. I am practicing, so I appreciate the opportunity to read for you. Take it all with a grain of salt, as usual, and make sure to do your own due diligence, as always. I just like to say it as a disclaimer to make sure that it's not taken for granted, that I know how important that is. Okay, so it's really important that the question be formatted in a yes or no context. For one thing, it helps, provide assurance that there's not a language barrier. Thankfully, it's beautiful that we have supporters all over the world. And so different languages are spoken and understood, and that's absolutely beautiful. To make sure that there's no language barrier and the translation is not missed to the best of our ability, it's important that you hear me and understand when I ask you to frame the question in a yes or no context. Otherwise, I think there may be a language barrier, and then that would prevent dissonance. That would allow for dissonance when I'm trying to translate the reading. So yes, that's important. Alright, but it looks like if there's no other further reading requests, I'll be ready to move out, sign off on this live stream, and come back as soon as possible. Yes, you see how your question is not a yes or a no? That's the reason why I'm not able to work on it. You're saying, what does your person want you to do? That's not a yes or a no. What does your person want you to do? That's not a yes or no question. So that's how come I'm not able to work on it. That's what happened. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much. Awesome. Okay. Okay, guys. So sorry I wasn't able to work on this one. Seems to be some communication barrier, misunderstanding. Apologies about that. Okay. See, even that question right there is a yes or no, but you don't have to spam it. You see how they're spamming and you're posting the same question multiple times? That's not necessary. If you just post it once, that would be good. Because sometimes beware of that, because I could come and just delete everything so I can see and find my next question. Okay. Okay, so it's a temporary energy reading showing the current trajectory as of now. Energy is subject to change at any time. A simple thought can change the trajectory of the way energy is moving. Thank you for the opportunity to practice. Don't take my word for it. You always want to do your diligent research and follow up. What I see right now currently would be a no. That would be a no. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. I'll go ahead and sign off for now, and I'll be back as soon as possible. Until next time, peace.